everybody. I call to order the February 19th, 2019 regular action meeting of the Board of Education, Hinsdale Township High School District 86. We are in the Hinsdale Central Cafeteria. The time is 6 p.m. And please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Deb, roll if you would, please.
Member Carpenter.
Here.
Member Camden. Member Hertzman. Here. Member Blackburn. Member Chabal. Member Hanson. Here. Member Collins. Here.
You said you never put the
Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you for attending tonight. Real quickly, I just want to announce we've moved the agenda around a little bit. We're going to do a little bit of business consent agenda prior to audience communication, which I didn't want to be a prominent issue because nobody signed up, so I'm not inconveniencing anybody. But I did want to say that we have a very lean board, as everybody can see this evening, because of prior commitments, medical reasons, and such. And Ms. Pollock, I want to thank her, because if it weren't for her changing a flight that she had at 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock tonight, we would not have had a quorum to have this meeting, and she will be leaving at 6:45, and I certainly want to extend a debt of gratitude to you, so thank you very much. We appreciate you doing that for us. And the next item, the first item, is action, which is to approve the consent agenda. And consent agenda are items that consist of minutes, business affairs, personnel, and administration tasks that are routine in nature, as well as items that have previously been discussed by the board. The consent agenda can be approved with one motion. However, any board member can pull an item from the consent agenda at any time. So at this time, I would ask, is there any items that board members wish to pull?
Yeah, I would like to pull 3.4 school calendar, and then all of the 8.1 and 8.2.
Okay, so Deb, we're going to pull 3.4, 8.1, 8.2. Are there any other items to be pulled? Okay, at this time I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as modified.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Ms. Pollock, seconded by Ms. Planson. If there's no further discussion, roll call for please, Deb.
Member Carpenter.
Aye.
Member Camden. Member Hertzman. Aye. Member Hanson. Aye. Member Collins. Aye.
Okay, motion carries 4-0. First item on the consent agenda that was pulled is 3.4. Ms. Planson, further discussion.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a statement since I wasn't here when it was discussed, and I know this won't change, but I just wanted to share my opinion with regards to the school calendar and share how, we sort of, how disappointed I am that it's going sort of back to the old way. We set this up about 5 years ago or so, where once a snow day is missed, you make it up as soon as possible thereafter. And the fact that you're adding 3 days at the end of the school year when it's after AP testing and after senior finals, to me absolutely makes no sense. It doesn't benefit those seniors, it doesn't benefit the individuals taking AP exams, and it's just, in my opinion, a waste of instructional time. So I said my piece. It won't change the vote, but I wanted that on the record. Thank you.
Okay, not seeing any further discussion. I would entertain a motion to approve 3.4 as provided.
So second.
Okay, Ms. Hertzman first, seconded by Ms. Pollock. Is there any further discussion? Okay, roll call please.
Member Hertzman.
Aye.
Member Benson.
No.
Member Pollock.
Aye.
Member Carpenter.
Aye. Motion carries 3-1. And then next was 8.1 and 8.2. Is that just for, oh, we have to do them individually. So 8.1 is just for a separate vote?
Yes.
Okay, so there's no discussion needed. I entertain a motion to approve 8.1 as provided.
Second.
Okay, Ms. Hirschman on the first, Ms. Pollak on the second. Roll call, if you would, please, Deb.
Member Hirschman. Aye. Member Clancy.
Abstain.
Member Pollak.
Aye.
Member Carpenter.
Aye. And that motion carries 3-0-1. Next is 8.2. I believe that's also just for a separate vote as well. Okay. Entertain a motion to approve 8.2 as presented.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Ms. Pollak, seconded by Ms. Hirschman. Any further discussion? Roll call, if you would, please, Deb.
Member Clancy.
Abstain.
Member Pollak.
Aye.
Member Carpenter.
Aye.
Member Hirschman.
Aye.
Okay, that motion also carries 3-0-1. So we do not have any audience members signed up to speak, so we will go on to, excuse me, 10.1, which is the President's report. Sorry. Oh, excuse me, yes, we do. We're going to go to good news first, and I'm going to hand it over to Mr. Walsh, or to Tammy.
We're going to turn over to transition and Ms. Prentice to present that first.
At this time, I'd like to bring Mr. Baker, Ms. Kinsey, and their students up to the front here. Tonight, we have a short video that we wanted to share there representing our Bridge program. Our Transition Center runs 2 programs. One is the Adult Opportunities Program, which is mainly housed at the building across the street from South. And the other program that's in its 3rd year, we refer to as the Bridge program. And these are students that we're supporting at the College of DuPage. And so first we have a short 3-minute video that I think gives you a sense that we put together what's happening, you might want to move because I don't know what you can see. You can see, okay, great. And it's about 3 minutes, and then the students are going to share their perspective as well as our current students in our Bridge program. Thank you.
Students with disabilities. Disabilities were leaving our district, elected to go away to college. Successful. The school district came together and our transition coordinator to develop a program where we will support those students.
If you're looking to explore college, as a district, we help provide those supports for you.
Every student with a disability has a counselor, and they also have an accommodation specialist. But beyond us, we have lots of great resources like tutoring. We have
So I'm going to introduce Grimshaw and Ellis Atkins to our incredible students who are participating in the program right now.
Hi there, my name is Kareem. I graduated from Hinsdale Central last year, actually, in 2018. The Bridge program, it's actually been very impactful to me. They provided me with numerous services that I can't really begin to describe off the top of my head. They gave me personal assistance, such as checking in with me and connecting me to the college before actually having myself jump into college alone. Along with those, there are financial and transportation supports that without any of them, I believe that I'd be struggling or wouldn't be as in a better place as I am now in college. One of my goals this year is to get as many credit hours as I can into my classes to complete my general education. Because of this, I'll be closer to gaining an associate's in science degree at College of DuPage, in which I'll hopefully be able to transfer that to a four-year college and get a bachelor's in biology from there. Currently, I have a GPA of 3.3 out of 4, which according to college standards is honor level, and I'm very proud of that. I can't, thank the district along with the Bridge program for helping with this. It's a great program, and I wish it continues to grow. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alexandria. The Bridge program has helped me prepare for what I had feared the most about college, which was feeling alone. I don't feel alone because I have supports from staff and my campus offices to help me through every step of the way. I've also been able to make new friends on campus this year. So far this year, I've been able to accomplish my goals of passing classes and accessing tutoring supports available through the college. Thank you.
Thank you both for coming this evening. We really appreciate it. And I can tell you, if there's one thing that we have that I don't think any other school in the area, Cal-Six State, and maybe region has, and that is our Bridge program, which is just absolutely outstanding. And I was just mentioning to Jennifer, I attended a party over the weekend with my wife, and as the cards that she handed out for the birthdays was the cards that I had received from the Bridge program over in the Transition Center. And I encourage everybody to look and get those cards. They're absolutely wonderful. They're made by our students over there, and they're fantastic. And congratulations to both of you on your success, and we wish you lots of more success, and I'm sure you both will shine. So congratulations. Okay, thank you. And then next we will go to Good News Hinsdale South.
Good evening. I just want to report Hinsdale South, we completed our referendum education tour this evening, so I apologize for being a couple minutes late. I was answering referendum education questions on the other side of our district. But good news I want to share tonight. We had our speech team go to state. We had a best in school history finish of 10th. And then we had students Kate Svenbros and Spencer Stock took second in state in humorous duet acting. Kate Svenbros also took third in original comedy, and Alana Waterman took third in original oratory. So we were very, very proud of them. In addition, we had four wrestlers compete at state. Our chess team competed at state, and our math students placed third overall in the West Suburban League Conference. And I wanted to let everyone know our Deaf Academic Bowl is at regional, so we're very, very proud of them too. And then we also inducted 4 individuals into our Athletic Hall of Fame last weekend. They are Bob Sisler from the class of 1987, Marie Barda from the class of 1997, Mike Hemingway from the class of 1986, and Tony Lavorado Sr., who worked in our building from 1987 to 2002. So lots of good news from Hinsdale South. Thank you for letting me share it.
Thank you, Darwin. As you noticed, it's that time of year, so we have a lot of state competitions and sectionals going on, so bear with me as we had a lot of recognitions at Hinsdale Central as well. I do want to recognize 4 teachers. I know I listed Kristen Bronke on the good news, but there are 4 teachers who have been recognized as outstanding advisors on our campus. Kristen Bronke, Paul Woods, Chris Wilbur, and Brian Griffin have all been recognized as outstanding academic activity advisors on our campus. I appreciate the work and commitment they've given to our students in our clubs. The Scholastical Art Awards, Suburban Chicago Art Regional, had entries from 1,209 students working on 148 different educators. Judges viewed almost 3,000 individual works and 75 art portfolios. 26 Hinsdale Central artists were selected to participate in the Scholastic Art Regionals Award, and they were recognized with an award. In particular, 6 students were awarded with the Gold Key, which will automatically move them on to the national competition. Audrey Carter, Amy Dong, Jan Lags, Jacqueline Tu, Daniel Zhang, and Caitlin Zhu are all Gold Key members, so congratulations to them. Also continuing, mock trial, my former club, by the way, finished 3rd at the DuPage County competition this past Saturday. While 3rd is a nice place, we look forward to the state competition where we hope to move on to nationals. In addition, please join me in congratulating 10 student musicians who participated who represented Hinsdale Central in the ILMEA All-State Honors Ensembles with the directors and the performances at the Music Education Conference in Peoria. Those 10 students and our teachers should be commended for the work. Congratulations to Caroline Clawback for 3rd place in sectional gymnastics and will automatically move on to state. Our Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America, FCCLA is commonly known, competed at regional competition in February. First in the following events: garment construction, interior design, children's literature, and fashion apparel display. And they will advance to state in April. While I mentioned in good news that Forensic won regional competition, that's a little underselling their success, as they won state for a forensic or speech competition, so congratulations to them and that work. Also, congratulations, shout out to our chess team, and they're 7th place at IHSA, way to go. And finally, I did want to take a moment to recognize, as part of our Black History Month programming and celebrations, this past Friday, Ms. Carlotta Walls-Lanier presented her first-hand experiences of the Little Rock Nine to our staff and students at Hinsdale Central. Little Rock Nine was a group of African-American students who were the first black students to attend Little Rock Central High School in Little Rock, Arkansas, after the desegregation of public schools in 1957. This event, as well as many others, helped spark the civil rights movement across the nation in the 1950s and 60s. I did want to note the progress that we're making with a school of almost 2,800 students. It can be very difficult to have assemblies with all of them and still try to maintain the integrity and what those assemblies are. We've done them in the gym in the past. We tried something different with the help of Keith back here this past week, and Ms. Carlotta Walls-Lanier presented in our auditorium to all of our juniors who are in U.S. history, and every other class live streamed it in the classroom so that they can have pre- and post-curriculum based on this Little Rock 9, the desegregation, that our Social Studies Department and the Black History Month and United Club all work together to move forward. So having this technology with the students in their Chromebooks and all of our classrooms having that uniform and the help of our IT department really enables us to move forward with our curriculum and meet the needs of everybody on campus. So thank you for helping us support those programs. And I'm out of breath. Thank you.
Thank you. We always enjoy the good news aspect of our district, so thank you all for sharing that with us tonight. As I stated before, we do not have any audience communication, so we'll be jumping down to 10.1, the President's Report. We have a few items that I'd like to talk about in my report. The first one is Dr. Law and I both, as you know, made a request to the EPA that they do ETO testing here for ethylene oxide testing at Hinsdale Central, and the EPA did not act on that given our distance. However, the Village of Hinsdale is conducting ETO testing, and we are partnering up with them that we will test the air outside of Hinsdale Central as well. Once the testing is complete, we'll have data from all of our campuses, and like everyone, we are awaiting the EPA's updated risk assessment for the results. There was breaking news today that, as we all know, Sterigenics was ordered to be shut down. However, there was a motion filed to temporary, I don't know the exact, I'm not an attorney, but basically to allow them to operate under a temporary injunction, or if that's the correct word. And a couple of my attorneys on here, Kathleen. I won't put you on the spot. So,
Sterigenics filed a motion to keep on operating.
yes, keep on operating. All right.
And I don't know if they're ruling it or...
No, that's my knowledge at this point. It was just filed. So that was the first item I wanted to bring up. Second one is I wanted to address misinformation that's been out there, handed out to our community via email, via door flyers, and the like. And I guess the first one is there was an email that went out that was basically questioning the work of our CFO, Mr. Stevenson, who does an absolutely wonderful job. And I just wanted to let the community know, because several people had reached out to us, actually looking as far as whether there was legal action to be taken. I just want to explain to everybody that a district cannot file a lawsuit. Only an individual can file that for slander and dissemination. So it'd have to be done by one individual. But I think Josh's record and his work speaks for itself. But I would like to address the misinformation that states that documents were removed from our website and various accusations were made. There were documents removed from that particular area of the website, and it was for safety reasons. The school floor plans were attached to that document, and our security had told us it's never good to post your floor plans to any building for a security risk, so he asked us to remove those documents. No numbers changed at all from any of those documents. So I believe there was a statement in there saying that they can't wait to hear the board's surprise. Well, they got my surprise. I'm surprised that they would post something as ignorant as that, so that's my surprise. And sticking along those lines, the same group went and put out a vote no for your huge tax increase. And then once again, as opposed to putting the entire chart out there so that our community can look at the chart and can calculate it for themselves, they simply posted the EAV value of the home. I again want to let people know that the EAV is not what your home is worth. If you sold it, it's approximately 1/3 of the value of your home. So if you have a $600,000 home, your EAV is $200,000. It's not. If your home itself for $200,000, I want to stress that. The same flyer says that millions of dollars are automatically on a levy given to the district. That is not true. The district every year votes on its levy for the following year. It's also capped at the PTEL tax cap. And we've had previous boards that have done a zero levy and a flat levy that has cost this district $6 million. So clearly it's not every year, as stated in that flyer as well. So it's unfortunate because I think it's intentionally being said incorrectly out there. Another statement says that the high school board system is rigged against taxpayers. The board doesn't set the system. The state sets the system. It tells us what laws we have to follow. And this is how we fund public education. Public education has been funded by my grandparents, by my parents, and now by myself who don't have kids in school either. And I'm welcome to pay my taxes and have these incredible schools that we have here. So again, I don't think this board can rig anything along those lines. There's another comment that stated that a board member resigned in disgrace. I had to hear that from her because that certainly wasn't what was told to us. There were extenuating circumstances that unfortunately made her have to resign from this board. And that's her personal life, and I wouldn't get into that, but apparently other people have no problem talking on her behalf. So that is the first item of order. Second item is Corcoran for Clarendon Hills, otherwise known as C4CH. Again, it is not a community document. It is an individually based document with the president himself who once sat at this board up here at the table. I would think with being the astute businessman that he is when he says that my company is getting $15,000 for yard signs, there's cost of goods sold in there, and he has no idea if I gave it to him at cost because I'm not hiding the fact that I'm against vote for the referendum. So I'll just leave that as it is because really the tax on me are fine. I don't really care. But there was then a massive and sudden recognition of new $67 million liability. So I'd like to educate the community on this massive and sudden recognition. which is not new to any district. It's certainly not new to our district. It's been there forever. The law has changed as far as the reporting of it, and the GASB, which is GASB is what the accounting that we follow here in the school district. In 2018, for the fiscal year 18, I should say, for fiscal year 18, we're required to put those in our CAFR, which is our audited financial statements. And in our CAFR, it's not on our liability. It is not on our balance sheet as a liability. I want to stress that. It's not on our balance sheet as a liability. The reason why is it's not our liability. It's the state's liability. Every district has this. It's a liability created by the district through pensions and through benefits. But it's nothing new. It's been there forever. It's not sudden. As a matter of fact, I believe when Mr. Corbett sat at this table, he continuously talked about how it was out of control and we needed to put a stop to it or an end to it. So he recognized it at that time, but suddenly it's sudden to him. So it's not sudden to any of us. It is new as far as reporting. It gets reported on our statement, in our CAFR, not on our balance sheet. Once again, we're continuously being told that this board is accused of using scare tactics, and I believe that this is the pot calling the kettle black, because that's what this is. This is absolutely scare tactics to tell people not to vote for it. Josh, at this point in time, is there anything that I missed or anything that you feel relevant you'd like to add to that portion?
No, I don't think there is anything else that needs to be added unless you want a deeper conversation on the implementation of GASB 75.
Well, I didn't see any real excitement in the audience to get deeper into GASB, so I'm going to say no on that one. Thank you for the offer. That was what I had under my president's report. I do have more to add later, but I'll add that under the board comment section a little bit later. And it has to do with the next topic. As we all see, Dr. Law's not here this evening, so he is not able to present a superintendent's report. We do anticipate he will be at the next board meeting to make that presentation. Do any board members have any questions or comments on that? Okay. Next is curriculum equity updates 12.1. Dr. Baker.
I have just one quick update to share with you. So we are very excited to have our first kickoff curriculum meeting on Friday afternoon with the DCs. We are going to be enjoying a presentation from the CEC, the Consortium for Educational Change. We'll have a presentation, and then we're going to start the work of creating some templates and some plans and begin the process of determining our processes, procedures, and plans for the work moving forward. So we are excited to start that on Friday afternoon.
Excellent. Once again, as we mentioned in the last board meeting, this is an item that's going to be added to the agenda, in perpetuity until the curriculum equity is fully done, and Dr. Baker will continue to present and give us updates. We have benchmarks that we're looking ahead. We'll be updated on those as they progress. So thank you. Next is the administration of the business, which is financial reports and treasury reports. Mr. Stevenson.
Thank you, Mr. Carpenter. I don't have anything to add for 13.1, but if there are any questions, I would take those. On 13.2, the financial reports, it's really the same comments I've been kind of echoing. The self-insurance fund, the claims were high again in January. It's been a recurring problem, one that we kind of delved into at the last at the insurance committee meeting. So we do have a subcommittee set up to look at what our plan is going to be going forward for addressing this issue and trying to figure out just a plan to make sure that we can keep the self-insurance fund stabilized and moving forward into the future. So there'll be more information coming back once that subcommittee meets, and this will be a topic that we continue to talk about over the next few months and through the rest of the year.
And Josh, can you just touch on when something like that happens and we have expenses regarding what we plan on, how that affects the budget and what we do as the financial side of things?
So the self-insurance fund is part of the overall district budget. Obviously, it's the part of the budget that we have the least control over, since we can't control claims. So being self-insured, we're responsible for the claims that come in. This year, we've had claims that were well above what was anticipated by our insurance broker and well above what we've seen in historical trends. So it occurs from time to time in insurance plans where you just have a run of unique incidences that are very expensive, and they take a toll on the self-insurance fund. The amount that runs over what we had budgeted will be paid for out of the reserves that are in the self-insurance fund, and that's the reason we have reserves, is that we can weather times that were unpredicted, or times where we run over budget.
Okay, thank you. Not seeing any further questions, we will move on in the agenda. Number 14 is a list of the report of the FOIA requests that were processed for the last 30 days. And those are always on our website to be accessible as well. Next in our comments, we have the board operational calendar. At any point in time, a board member, if they want to see something that can be added, they can just bring it up, and we'll add that to the calendar as well. 15.2, do any board members have any future agenda items that they'd like to add at this time? Okay. Not seeing any, we'll move on to 15.3, audience comments. Audience comments we're going to limit to 4 minutes tonight. When you step to the podium, if you would, please give your full name and where you reside. And you don't need to be called up, so you just can line up and come on up and speak your mind. So we did not compel anybody with our fast-moving meeting here to come up and speak. Okay, well, thank you for that. At this time, we're going to go into board comments. I guess there's nothing to comment on, however.
You know what, I just wanted to point out under my favorite topic, field trips, and maybe, I don't know, the orchestra trip to Vienna, and I don't know if somebody else wants, maybe Mr. Walsh, would you just speak to it, because I think it's really exciting, and just again, demonstrates a step forward, so.
Sure, Serge Pensick is our orchestra teacher on Hinsdale Central, and he has reached out to Pat Mogg, Department Chair for Music and Fine Arts over at Hinsdale South, to have a collaborative field trip to Austria next year. So it's a great opportunity for a District 86 field trip between the partnership between the two schools, and one more step towards all those things we're working on together.
Okay, thank you. Then at this time, I have some news that I would like to share with the District 86 community. After nearly 6 years of service as superintendent, Dr. Law will be leaving District 86 on June 30th to become the superintendent at another district. That district will be making their announcement later this evening. While we congratulate him on his new opportunity and wish him the very best, we are of course sad to see him go. We thank Dr. Law for all of his hard work and all he has accomplished to extend the tradition of excellence in District 86. All of us who serve on the board may have come to this role for a variety of different reasons. Each of us holds different opinions on many topics, but there are a few topics on which we all agree. One of those is that our work as board members must provide for a strong future for District 86. Because the strength and stability of our district is so important, we have been taking careful, thoughtful steps to ensure that stability by preparing for an event such as this, not knowing that this event would be here now. District 86 faces some challenges ahead. In April, our community will answer the question of what they will support for our students and our schools. The referendum they will consider is not Dr. Law's plan or this board's plan. It is in fact represents the consensus plan of hundreds of community stakeholders and 2 task forces, all of whom are passionate about the needs of our schools and our students. The next superintendent has to have the mettle to lead our district regardless of that outcome, as well as provide the continuity and stability to move forward. As a board, we believe the best person to lead this district through these challenges, and who has the experience in District 86 to provide that community and stability, is Tammy Prentice. She She has been Assistant Superintendent in District 86 since 2014 and has demonstrated the ability to manage and to lead. We look forward to approving a contract very soon so that this spring, Ms. Prentice can work with Dr. Law to lay the groundwork for a smooth transition in leadership. And that is my comment. I don't know if any board members have any additional comments after that. Not seeing any, just a couple of head nods. At this time, I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Made by Ms. Hirschman, seconded by Ms. Planson. All in favor? Aye. Those not in favor? Okay, meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.